Hey kiddos, story time. Whew, I gotta run to the store, get some dog food for the doggies, and get gas for the beast. But before I was leaving, I was thinking to myself, what should I take, the car or the truck? Just thinking, what should I take? I knew the truck was gonna need gas, so I figured I might as well go get gas now, get it over with, just in case. I don't like it empty. Anyways, and it reminded me of a story from my book, My Grandfather's Life. And the question in there was, what did I do? Where did I go? Or how did it go? The question was, where did I go and how did I get there? So, being that now I have choices on how to get somewhere, I thought I'd talk about my story when I was growing up, how I got somewhere growing up. So, let's do it. Anyways, so growing up, just how I got around the neighborhood or to my friend's house was mostly walking or my bike, or I rode a skateboard. I had a skateboard at one time. So that's pretty much how I got around, was on my bike, my skateboard, or walking. So bike or skateboard, and as I got older, as I was a teenager, I was allowed to go to the mall. I could go to the mall then, but I didn't have a driver's license or a car, obviously. So what I would do is take the bus. I would take the city bus. We'd get on the city bus and take that to the different malls. For the most part, there was only 3 malls we went to in Phoenix. The very first one being Westridge. It was called Westridge when I was growing up, which wasn't too bad getting to that mall because I lived on the main road, which was called McDowell. And Westridge was off of Thomas, which is the next main road, and so many miles west of me. So I would take the city bus straight about, let's say, 6 miles, 7 miles west. And that city bus would go straight to the mall. And there was a bus stop right behind my house. So I'd go to the bus stop and it would take me straight to the mall. And then coming home, same thing. I'd get on that same bus and it would bring me home. So it wasn't hard going to that mall. If we went to the other malls like Metro Center, which was north of us, that one was a little tricky because we had to change buses. But we still did it. It was still easy. Arrowhead Mall was another mall we went to. I think I rode the bus. No, I take that back. I did not ride the bus to that mall. That mall was built after I got my license. So I was already driving to that mall. Which leads me to my next one is I drove around, or I rode the city bus everywhere I had to go. For the most part, I didn't ask for rides or didn't really get rides. And then once I was after high school or finished high school, I got a job and then saved up some money and bought me a car. I actually bought me a Cutlass. It was a Cutlass Supreme. It was I think a 79. Yeah, it was a 1979 Cutlass Supreme. And I drove that around for a little while, and that one went out on me. So then I got another car, and that was it. I had cars. Then I had cars, and I was able to go, I'm not gonna say where I want, but pretty much where I wanted to, because I had my own car now. But even though I was still living at home for a few years after I got my car, my mom was still, kind of not picky, but strict on where I went. Not where I went, but I guess bottom line is she didn't want me coming home whenever I wanted to, because they still had a schedule to maintain. My dad and my mom, they worked, or my stepdad. My stepdad had, he worked, had to wake up real early in the morning, so she didn't want me waking him up, coming home at night. So back then I was like, well, she don't let me go anywhere, I can't do anything. I got my own car, she don't let me go out late, da 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 da. But that's what it was. Bottom line is she didn't want me home all crazy hours. She wanted me to respect the house. And I get it now, Mom. I get it now. It's not like she didn't trust me, or she didn't. Well, maybe she didn't, because I was a little pain in the ass. But no, she just wanted me to respect the house and Now that I'm older, like I said, I get it. I understand now. And what? I'll just turn here. I understand now. And if I did piss you guys off, I'm sorry. If you watch this, never. But so that's how I got around was my car. Then I had a car. Well, then I got married. We got married, and then Michelle and I, Nana and I, we each had our own cars. So then we had choices. What are we taking? And funny story, actually, or not story, but funny part of it is when we got together, I had a little race car, and she had a truck. So that's how it was kind of funny in the beginning. She was like, "You want to take your little car? You want to take my truck?" Like, hey, that's my truck now. She's like, whatever. But so now we had choices. We each had our own car. She had her truck, I had my car, and then once we got married and we bought vehicles together, but we always had our own vehicles per se. We either had a truck and a car, or car and SUV, or truck and SUV. But we always had our own vehicles to drive, and that was it. That's pretty much it. And which is to now. Now I have choices. I get in the car or the truck, and Michelle, she still has her car. Nana has her car, and so we're good. We're pretty good. And I was thinking of selling the car, the old car, Nana's old car. We call it the little gold car. We were gonna sell the little gold car, but I like it. I still like it. It runs really well, and it gets me around, to little places like this. If I didn't need gas in the truck, I would have brought the little gold car because it's easier, it's faster. This beast right here, it's a beast to drive, but it is what it is. Let me get some gas real quick, and then I'm gonna run into Costco. There goes the mic. I'm gonna run into Costco and get the dog food, but that whole time, that's how close Costco is to my house. I'm already here, so the attendant here just walked up to me. He says, "Dang, that's a big truck." He goes, "I would not want your gas bill when you're done here, but it's not too bad." So we'll see what it is at the end. Not too bad. I am done. I had to get the pizza, but I already took a few bites because Michelle called me. Nana called me. She's on her way home, so I told her I just got done at Costco. So got the gas, got the dog food. Actually got me some soda too. Got me some Squirt and Dr. Pepper. So I'm gonna take a few more bites of this pizza, and that's pretty much it for my story. But it's about how I got around, where'd I go into the mall, whatever. But that was my story. So I'll see you on the next one. I finish this pizza, and then I gotta get home. Nana's waiting.